Good morning, everyone in the Dolly Cam. I am Rachel, and I am here with Michael Canadas.
Hi, Ruby Lane.
We are so excited to be here with you. I have personally been waiting to speak to Michael because we always have so much to talk about.
We do.
We do.
We do.
We've been talking all weekend, but here we are
now
going
we're
to
gonna
talk about
dolls.
Yeah. We're going to talk about dolls. So, Michael, you guys drove here, so you brought some incredible things, you guys. So we're going to come in and we're going to look close.
And we try to, Rachel, whenever we have an event at our establishment or out in the world that people are paying to come to, we like to have some fresh new merchandise that is especially for them to see first. And we were very fortunate that we had 2 or 3 opportunities before we got here to get some really wonderful things.
Great.
One thing I want to show you, though, is we don't always talk about bébés. And a lot of collectors out in the world that could be fairly advanced or beginning do not know the difference between first series portrait jumeau bébés and second series.
I am so excited.
Yes.
Because I have a problem with that sometimes. So good.
What we're going to do is we're going to look at first, this girl to the Facebook followers should be fairly, they've seen her in the last few days. And this is a first series portrait jumeau. Now, this is a size 1. Now, if you think about the size of jumeau, say of tete jumeau, the size 1 is 9 and something or 10 inches tall. In the first series portraits, the sizing is different. So this is a size 1, which she is, let me check, 14 and a half inches. So you can see that, well, it probably won't show up real well, but there is a 1 down in the neck socket.
Okay.
So as they become smaller, they're slash O's. So this is a 1. And this is a period where Emile Jumeau was taking over the family business, and bébés were the new hot thing, novelty. So they were working on how do we manufacture this in a fiscally responsible way. So there's a lot of hand details in this that make each model, each one really an individual. And that's really one of the main things is how they cut out the eyes. If you notice, there isn't a lip on the eye. It's a straight cut in. There's no eyelid, separate piece. And one thing that I love about these dolls, which make them very beautiful, is there's this mauve shadow.
Gorgeous.
Reproduction artists today do a very good job with the mauve shadow, but it's not quite the same color as the original. And we don't really know how they actually did that. And these are usually on very chunky bodies, usually an 8 ball jointed body. And they most all of them have marked bodies, and it's usually medal d'or, gold medal winning dolls. And the gold medal winning dolls doesn't mean that this doll won the gold medal. It meant that the company at some point in the past had won a gold medal. So this is a size 1. And then if we go into the first series portrait, this is the largest.
Wowee.
So this is a size 5.
Now, are the wrists usually straight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are. I would say almost 100% that on a first series portrait that it would be a straight wrist. But that being said, I wasn't there.
Right.
And I don't know if they made some unusual thing. There are, believe it or not, which I'm going to show you later, there are new things coming out all the time of dolls that you'd never seen before, a body type. But generally, it is a straight-wristed, 8 ball jointed body.
Okay.
And there is a measurement. I don't always remember what size they should be, and you can't totally go by that because the composition bodies, they shrunk when they were made. They sagged when they were wet in the paper mache. But here you've got a
She's
fantastic,
just luminous.
She's
Look
luminous.
at this doll.
But you can see that they are the same mold just sized down, and as it gets smaller, it loses detail, which is natural. But in the 5, you can really see. Look at the lip painting. I mean, it's extraordinary. And what I love too is the eyebrow decoration, and of course the eyes are incredible. Those are incredible eyes.
She just glows.
Yes,
she has.
And
a
we're
glow.
kind of lucky right now that we have. Maybe when next time I see you, we'll have we have another one of these out that you can kind of compare.
Yes,
compare.
let's do it.
You compare two against.
Right.
To
It's always wonderful to do that too, because you can see just how alike and how different they are.
Yes. But this doll is just, to me, a wonderful piece.
Amazing.
And I mean, I feel that anybody, if you're lucky in your life if you manage to come across one with this look, or this little darling one too.
What is your favorite series of the jumeaus? The early?
I don't really have a favorite. I mean, I think that they all have their place, but this would certainly, I'd love to keep this, but
Got to keep the lights on.
I got to keep the lights on, and I'm not the only one that has any say in what we keep. So,
if you are just tuning in, we're here live at the Baltimore Regional with Michael Kananis, and he is giving us a great lesson on first and second series portrait jumeaus and how to tell the difference.
First, and then as I said, that was 1. This is 5. When they get smaller, there's no bigger than 5 that we know of. When they get smaller, then you get /O. And so that's really the difference between, and then honestly, if you start to just really look at them and study them, and as I've said on many of these talks before, if it's something that you like to collect, you should probably clip images and start building your own comparison. You can do that with your scissors and cut up magazines, or you can go onto Pinterest and drag them and create your own files.
You can take screenshots of our videos too.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I want to go kind of way out, and we're in Baltimore, and there are a lot of prestigious clubs that focus on collecting dolls in the likeness of African Americans, and they're actually really hard to find. So we brought a couple of pieces that I thought were really cute. Now, as you guys know, I don't necessarily enjoy pickaninnies and mammies and that kind of thing. But here is a wonderful, all original black doll. And what I think is so fantastic about her is, totally original, but she needed to be restrung. And I was shocked to find out that this is an Armand Marseille 1894.
No way.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, that shocked me too.
Yeah, and it's just a beautiful quality.
Sure is.
And it's a great doll. And here again, when they fired this doll, they fired the color, the brown. Then they fired the black for the eyebrows and the eyelashes. But the lips and the nose details, that's cold painted. So that was painted and not fired, because it would be very difficult to get this color on this. Basically, it was a very inexpensive doll in its time. But it's wonderful that it's all original, beautiful paisley piece. So I thought this was a nice one to bring to Baltimore.
Oh, she is,
Yeah.
and I think every doll collection needs a little miniature stove, and she just looks darling next to that stove right there.
She does.
You guys have a number of stoves in your inventory right now,
We do.
we are going to link to their shop in the video. Everything that you see is for sale, and a lot of it is on Ruby Lane right now.
It is, yes.
Look at
And-
this. We're just taking it all in.
And then I should show you too an early doll. And this is just a wonderful French paper mache in a provincial costume. And we just recently had a program at the club that we belong to, and a lady came and gave I'm not really good with geography.
Me neither.
I'm just not. I mean, I can get around, but I'm not good with geography. But she did a program on dolls in provincial costume and used a map. And it really helped me understand geography. And it really made me think, oh man, now I have another thing that I'm going to be collecting because she opened my eyes
Right.
to what was so important about these dolls. That being said, I have not since then researched this to find out which a provincial costume this is, but I think I'm going to guess it might be Brittany. So viewers out there, if you know, just say so. But what I think is so fantastic about these dolls is when you find them, this is an all original doll. Never been touched.
Amazing.
Yeah, it really is amazing. Beautiful clothes, beautiful paper mache, and it does have, it looks like it's painted hair, but that is its wig. It's an insert wig.
Look at that.
Yeah, isn't that fantastic?
Just fantastic.
And these are the kinds of things that you can find at regionals like this. And I think it's really important for the doll collecting community and people that want to learn to support these things and come to them. And it's a whole lot of fun.
It is a whole lot of fun. And the dealers here, like you said, we have been working very hard to bring things that are not listed online.
Exactly, because there has to be something special about
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
The attendees are paying money to come. I think they paid $350 for their registration. So they should have opportunities to, load up on some goodies.
Absolutely.
So
And there are some goodies here. If you're tuning in, we're here with Michael Canadas, and we are having a little doll talk in his booth at the Baltimore Regional.
And I want to show you this little gorgeous thing. So this is new to our inventory.
Ooh.
And this is a China Hire. But look at those fat eyes. I mean, they're fat and delicious and big.
I was going to say cheeks, but
Cheeks,
it's all fat. I
it's
love
all-
it.
Yes. Because a child, you would want a child to be a little butterball
Healthy, yeah.
at that time. But she's got beautiful eyes,
She's
which
just
is what everybody loves.
gorgeous.
And I'm very fond of them having nice lips. So she's got nice lips and a nice little kid body with china arms. So this could be for someone, a doll that this could be their first Barbie. They could buy it and collect clothes for it and dress it because she's very durable. But it's a beautiful first series Hire.
Yeah, she's just marvelous.
But here's the thing about getting new collections and that. This one I want to show you.
Oh, how interesting.
Okay. So this is a Roemer, Marie Antoinette Leontine Roemer. So I have done a fairly big article on Roemer not that long ago, and we could probably link up to it if you'd like to. And we have cataloged, I think, 14 different versions of the Roemer body. And I believe in the article, I'm not sure that we said, there may be more. So we acquired this china, it's called a China Hire, a Roemer. And so I didn't totally undress it. And then the other day, I totally was looking at it. And then I thought, oh my God, this is a body I have never seen before. So it has a ball joint there with motion. So it has zinc knees, and then this is another piece of zinc that's covered, complete mobility. So,
How cool.
So this is something that I don't know of, ever seen another one, or know of anyone who has it. Now the thing is, you wouldn't know it if it's all dressed because it's
And it's in such amazing condition.
It's in amazing condition.
How
And what
marvelous.
I think is also hysterical about this costume, which is just as she came, there are like 400 buckles on it.
Oh, and I love the buckles.
Yeah,
Those are
and
great.
where would anyone ever find these? But it's a great doll, and
Her face is just marvelous.
yes,
Let's look at
and
her face.
it's a great face, and it's a swivel neck, and many parts of it are patented. Now, no one has looked at this doll, and I'm hoping that they don't. So if you notice, I'm going to put her back in here.
She's hiding back there. Is
She's
that what you
hiding.
do? You put your favorite, put your favorite ones in the back. She is really, really, really great. I love her.
It's a beautiful piece.
Now, if you want to if you want to own this doll, you can.
You can.
There's still a
I'm
moment.
not
You
really,
can swoop
I'm
in.
not like totally committed to that concept, but it is for sale.
It's hard not to keep everything. This is a fun googly.
Yes, and you know, I do enjoy the googlies because they do.
They just make you laugh.
They
They're
make
just
you
happy.
laugh. And her hair's gotten a little bit messed because I prefer it to be totally sticking out, like
Little Max and Moritz style.
Yeah, or Pippi Longstocking.
So much fun.
And it's the I mean, it's this really, I think of the googlies, the Kessner. I forget the number because I don't. 221. I think that they're one of the classics of the googly family.
Absolutely.
Although you know what's odd about googlies is a lot of people don't know this. At one point, I think in the 70s, 60s, late 60s, these were the most expensive dolls because in collecting, because the generation that had them or didn't get them. That would be my grandmother's generation. They drove the prices up on these because they wanted to get their googly.
Yes, and googlies are still expensive, but it's a good time to buy them.
It's a very good time to buy them. If people want, if you'd always wanted a googly, they're not. Let's just be real. In the real world, they're not like cheap, but they're a good price.
Get 'em.
You can get them. Yes. And you can get good quality ones. And this one I think is a really cute one.
Our friend Emily is just tuning in. She actually came into my shop a couple weeks ago and said, "Are you the one that does all those videos with Michael Kanatis?"
Hi, Emily.
Yeah. I said, I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I got some complaints yesterday. They said, you guys haven't done any videos.
Yeah,
so here we are.
Here we are, starting off the day.
And I want to encourage people to, a lady yesterday said that they broadcast our videos on their television, which Rachel could explain to you how to do it. I have no clue how you would do that, but evidently it can be done. They broadcast them on their television, and then they use those as programs, which I thought was really great. But I also thought, well, I should have said, well, next time you do it, let us know, and we can go in live and answer questions, couldn't we?
We totally could. We can split the screen and go in and do
Exactly.
it. Absolutely.
So we could
that is
give
an
them
open
an
invitation.
interactive program. So I think the next place let's go before this show totally opens. Oh, let's see. What do we want to look at next?
Well, we do have a Hure over here, but
oh, that little thing.
yeah.
That little thing.
This little thing surrounded by this incredible trousseau, I just can't even. And is that a gutta percha body?
That is a blown kid leather body. So it is as light as a feather.
It looks almost, I thought it might have been gutta, it's just.
Well, it was made as originally as a replacement body for the gutta percha body. Because when gutta percha was made, it was right away semi-defective. I don't mean that it could be, if it was heated, it could stretch, it could have a lot of issues. So once the Hure doll was developed, it opened up a whole new market. Mm-hmm. So if you were a shoemaker like Pierre Clement, and you're making shoes, which you're using molding, stretching, pressure to make shoes, and you think, wow, these people are paying, the equivalent to, say, $500 for a doll and the body's breaking, I could make that body. Mm-hmm. So I believe that they used a gutta percha mold, modified it, and created this body. So it is probably the
we're
most...
opening in 1 minute.
Opening in 1 minute.
Hey,
okay.
well, we still, that's a whole minute of looking and talking about dolls. Now,
We're trying to get the thermostat changed.
does this Hure come with all of these wonderful outfits?
Yes, all of these outfits are Hures. Yes. And this one,
Look at that.
this one, and one other, they're marked pieces.
They're marked.
They're marked. And then all of these
Accessories?
accessories all
Oh, I
come
can't.
with it.
Look at the green, everybody.
It's over 100 articles of clothing that she has, and a lot of marked boxes and marked shoes. It's just a wonderful.
This is just to die for. She comes with all of these
Yes.
things, and she in herself is just an incredible doll with her kid skin
She
wig.
actually is beautiful.
Look at that
She's got a
face.
beautiful face, and I would love. Again, I would love to have her in our collection, but somebody's got to be adult here.
Somebody's got to.
Yes.
Yes. Just magnificent. We're just going to take another pan of her
Yes,
wonderful
please do.
clothes. Michael, which are your favorite outfits of the ones that she has here?
I think I love this gauze because I know how delicate it is that it's survived, and that's marked. Of course, I always, I'm mad for plaid.
Mad
Always
for
I love
plaid.
my plaids. And then I do, this one is actually very simple, but it's one of my favorites.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yeah, and I love that piece. And of course, this is classic.
How elegant. Absolutely elegant.
But let me show you this, though. This is the masterpiece of the whole.
Now, is that soutache?
That is soutache.
Wow.
And black on black.
Is so elegant.
And it's so difficult to make. I mean, this isn't, a lot. You can see things that have been remade, but look at this. The seaming here with the dart, and the soutache is laid right over it. So there's no question that this is, and look at the back detail. I mean, this could actually, with some modifications, this could be in style today.
Oh, absolutely. I was just going to say I would wear
Yeah,
this
yeah,
and love it.
And it is really a masterpiece of a item.
It's just gorgeous. So, Michael, I saw on the program that you are giving a program today. Is that
Yes,
true?
yes, I am.
What do you-
What time is it? The program at? David?
At 11.
Yeah, 11.
11?
Hi, David.
I thought it was at 1 o'clock.
Oh, it's at 11.
Oh, it's at 11. Okay.
Yeah.
11.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Well, Michael, what would you like to say to all of the people tuning into you right now in the Dolly Cam?
Well, I would like to say thank you for all the support, and thank you for the support that you give to Rachel Hoffman so that she can continue to share this with the world. She needs your feedback. She needs your comments. She needs your shares, because the big bosses, they may not watch what we're doing, but they pay
watch
attention
those
to
shares.
that.
They
Yes.
watch those
So
shares.
if you want to keep
Oh, well,
this
thank
going,
you.
that's the pledge you have to make.
Well, thank you so much, Michael. And that is very true. They do watch those shares and those likes and those comments. So fire it up, everybody.
All right, listen. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.